Hey guys, welcome to the channel. In today's video, we are going to take some cuttings from this geranium plant. I'm going to show you two ways that you can take cuttings and propagate it so you can create more flowers for your garden. So let's get started. So first of all, just want to say happy spring. It is spring. I'm just going to show you what it looks like outside here at my place here in Zone 3, Saskatchewan. As you can see, we still have quite a bit of snow. It is warming up though every day. It melts. It's a nice slow melt, which is actually awesome because we want that moisture to absorb into the ground and not to just melt too fast and run off too quickly. So it's getting towards the end of March, so I know that April things are going to melt and things are going to start to bud out and get ready for the outdoor garden season. I'm always doing things now indoors to get things ready, to get things started early so that I can, get them growing indoors in my beautiful sunny windows here or under the grow lights, and then they will have a good healthy start before planting them outside. So it's kind of a special story about this geranium, and I just like to share it with people because this geranium came from my mom's basement in 2018. She passed away from cancer in spring. It was actually right around this time. I believe it was the first couple of days of April. And we were in her house, and my sister-in-law went down into the basement, and she had some of these geraniums kind of put to bed for the winter. She loved gardening just like me, and she had this geranium plant that was gone dormant over the winter, and my sister-in-law brought it up. It was actually in this exact container 2018, so we are talking now 7 years ago, 7 seasons ago. And I've been keeping this geranium going ever since then, so it's super special to me. I try to take cuttings off it every spring and, propagate them, share them with my kids and, my sister-in-law or other people and say, you know what, this is a little bit of my mom's plant that we've been keeping alive now for 7 years. So it's really special. And I just like to share that story because it just, I always think of my mom when I see this plant. We keep it going all winter in the garage here. My husband's in charge of keeping it watered. And as you can see, it's blooming like crazy. It's beautiful. So we're going to take some cuttings. I'm going to show you how to just set them up in some potting soil in these containers. And then also the other method is just taking cuttings and rooting them in some water. So I got some shears here, and I'm just going to try to find a good piece off the plant and then show you kind of what you're looking for when you're cutting it off to make sure you got the nodes that are going to do the sprouting. So I'm going to take a fairly good cut here of one. As you can see here, this one's got a lot of growth on it. And I'm just going to cut away all these pieces here at the bottom. All this nice green stuff here. I'm going to take away a little bit at the top. Okay, so you want to make sure you got some nodes that you are going to put into the soil. So you can see them here where I cut away all those leaves. Those are the nodes. So we're going to make sure that these get planted underneath the soil, and these should root quite easily. This is a pretty easy method, and usually has pretty good success. So I'm just going to cut the end off a little bit. I'm just going to give it a bit of a trim. And they say, you don't need too many leaves on the top. Just going to cut a couple of them. Just leave a couple at the top. Okay. So this is what we are left with now. And I've added just some all-purpose potting soil to a container here that I'm going to reuse. Just going to tip the camera down a bit so you can see what I'm doing here. So super simple. You can use rooting hormones. I've heard that people have done with and without. It doesn't really make much of a difference. So I'm just going to stick it right into the soil here. I have pre-moistened this with some water, and then we're just going to add some more. I just have some all-purpose potting soil here. I'm just going to add it around the plant, tamp it down good so that it doesn't have too many air pockets. And that is pretty much all you need to do. Super simple, right? So I'm going to do this. I'm going to try and get 2 or 3 of these going in containers like this, just so I don't cut too much off the original plant. And I'm going to keep them out here in the sun to hopefully start rooting itself and growing. And then in about 6 to 8 weeks, when it's time to start hardening off things for my garden here, because I am, sorry, I'm going to turn this up so you can see me. Oops, there we go. So we are about 8 weeks from last frost date. Mid-May to May long weekend is when I usually start planting out my flowers and my tomatoes and everything that needs to go into the garden for the season. So these hopefully will be well rooted and taking off and ready to transplant into pots or wherever I want to put them in my garden. So I also just want to do another reminder to everybody, if you're not part of the Gardeners Growing Together community that I have on the school app, to please go down to the description box and click on the link to join. And I'm really excited because the school team has added a feature into the communities now where we can offer affiliate opportunities to our members. So what that means is, if you join the community today, or if you are already in my community watching this video, there is a invite link in the community. You can share with your friends. I hope that you will, and invite others to join the community. And once you do that, the platform tracks you as a referral for that person that you brought into the community. And if they ever purchase one of my courses, or if I start charging a membership fee at some point, you will get a 40% commission, and that is tagged to you the whole time you are part of my community. So it's kind of a great way for you to benefit from being part of my community as well as I. And I'm always going to be hopefully creating more courses and adding different resources in the community that people can purchase. I have all sorts of ideas for different courses, and want people to come into the community and tell me what they would like to learn more about, help me grow, give me ideas. So check out the link below in the description box. We're having lots of fun in there, lots of chatting going on, lots of learning. And we have people from all over the globe in the community. So I hope you will check it out. So I just cut off another one here that I can see has some nodes on it. Some nodes. I'm going to cut the flower off. Unfortunately, don't really need that on there. I'm going to trim away again most of the leaves. Just going to leave one, and we should have some nodes here. I can't say that word. Nodes here that I'm going to put into the soil. This one's going to be a little bit shorter, but I'm going to shove it in there. Again, got my soil here pre-moistened. Just pressing it down in there really good. And then we'll just add more potting soil around it. A little press. And hopefully this one will take off as well. So I also just want to remind you that the GrowBox Garden Bed Company has a promo offer going on right now. With any purchase of their GrowBox gardens, you get 3 free seedling tunnels with your order. I am a ambassador for the company. I have a couple grow box garden beds myself that I absolutely love, and I just love promoting them. So this free gift offer ends March 27th, 2025. So if you were thinking about getting a grow box garden bed, then you want to check out my link in the description box below so that you can get that free gift with your order. So the other method that you can try is just rooting it in water. And again, I've just found a nice piece here with lots of the nodes on it that I'm just trimming away all the, there's actually a little bloom trying to come there. I'm just going to cut it off. Okay, so we are down to something like this, you can see. And I got some water here. Just going to set it inside. And about every 2 to 3 days, just refresh your water, dump it out, add some fresh water. Keep this out of direct sunlight. Just put it on a shelf somewhere in your house or out in your garage or your greenhouse, but just don't have it in the sun because you will probably get algae and stuff growing. So you want it out of direct sunlight. Change the water every 2 or 3 days and watch for rooting. And when you got a good, established root system on here, you can plant it up into one of these containers or plant it directly into your flower pots wherever you have a plan for them. So basically that is just all there is to propagating geraniums. You usually have pretty good success with this. It's a pretty easy way to multiply your plants. If you have them dormant over the winter, you want to bring them up out into the sun or into your greenhouse early spring to get them greening up and sprouting. This one here, like I said, we kept it alive all winter. You can keep your geraniums as house plants all winter if you want to as well. So whatever works. You could even go buy some from the greenhouse and try to get more bang for your buck and propagate some of those plants that you buy in the store as well. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you found this helpful. If you got some geraniums, try to propagate them and spread them around your garden, spread them around into your pots and enjoy them. They're a hardy plant that does really well here in Zone 3 Saskatchewan, probably the warmer growing zones as well. So I hope you try it out. And I hope you will join my community. So we will see you on the next video.